I'd like to go over and paint a picture of what it looks like if our power grid were to go down. And you did an amazing job of that in your documentary.
Well, thank you. So essentially what would go down is, and really there's misperceptions sometimes about the power grid going down. Sometimes it's out for a couple days. Normally it happens regionally. It's a pain in our neck. And sometimes if it might go down regionally, we might have, another state or another city come in to help us out. What we're talking about here is two different amplifiers. One, if it's nationwide, then you don't have, Houston able to help out Louisiana as an example. Then we have to count on France. And then also we're talking about something longer than a couple days. If this happens 6 to 9 months, then again, it amplifies it, 1,000 to 1,000,000 fold. And so if we truly have an outage that is nationwide, that lasts 9 months, the EMP Commission, which is a commission that was mandated by U.S. Congress, and it has much more authority and better funding than a congressional committee. They found that as many as 90% of Americans would die.
90% of Americans, what's 90% of 360 million people?
So it's like 300 million. So
300 million people wiped off the map just like that. And how long did you say that would take?
9 months.
9 months?
That was the metric that the EMP Commission utilized.
And what does it look like if our power grid goes down?
So it really becomes almost zombie apocalypse. And it's horrific because we think about loosening the rule of law. And so we have George Carlin, a clip from, one of his comedy tours in a movie. And he says, you can't count on the police or the National Guard. They'll be at home protecting their own family. And that's exactly true.
I don't think people realize how much chaos and how miserable it will become when the power grid goes down. And
Shalom, welcome to another video. And as always, before I get started, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Kodash. And next double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. All right, so this is going to be a reaction to the clip that I played in the introduction of this video. Okay, what would happen if the power grid went out? Okay, or if we went under some kind of EMP attack. All right, and the guy said in the video that it would be all hell breaking loose on the earth. Okay, in the United States of America, chaos. He said that within 9 months, 90% of Americans would die. Okay, could you imagine that? All right, these are the times that we're coming into. Okay, and he said it's not a matter of if it'll happen, it's a matter of when it will happen. So let's read into the prophecies, because the conditions that he spoke of in the video are found in biblical prophecy to happen. So let's go ahead and read about it, and I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. Yahweh Rajah Zami, the Heavenly Father's will is edifying to the elect. Okay, so I'm gonna start off here, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. Okay, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." So we come out here and we speak the words of prophecy, okay, of what's coming. Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, all right, how to escape it, all right, faith in Yahweh Shai, the gospel, what's on the other side, all these things, okay. And these things were written down in the book for our learning. All right, verse 3, it says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, and let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." Because you got a lot of mockers, scoffers. They don't believe these things are going to happen. So, "Oh, you guys are just negative." Okay, cool. "All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, and look around you, that's all you see is wickedness. So the Lord, he's got to rise up, he's got to punish. All right, as the scriptures say, Psalms 119 and 104, I believe it is. It says, it is time for thee to work, O Lord, for they have made void thy law. So the Lord, he's going to bring all these plagues, okay? The sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, and this could just be one of the many ways. Okay, 2 Ezra 15 and 7, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's the role of the elect. Complaining to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, crying out for all the injustices, all the wickedness. Okay, and the Lord is going to make a move. Okay, verse 9, it says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Everything that's getting ready to happen, okay, it's all for the controversy of Zion. It's all about what the nations have done to us. It's retribution. Okay, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Okay, and Egypt represents the house of bondage. Okay, and notice it said I will smite Egypt with plagues as before. So this is not talking about ancient Egypt. Okay, this is talking about spiritual Sodom and Egypt, spoken of in Revelation the 11th chapter and Isaiah the 19th chapter. Okay, this is where the Israelites will be in captivity until the Lord returns and frees us. All right, continuing on, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment that God shall bring upon it. Okay, it's this land of our captivity is talking about America. Okay, so what they're talking about in the video, all right, these things are going to happen. Okay, in America, Babylon the Great. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. So there can be a famine. Okay, the seeds of the ground are not going to grow fruit anymore. They're already destroying all the animals. Okay, Esau is destroying farms, thousands of acres of farmlands yearly. Okay, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, the modern day sword, okay, is any kind of killing instrument. Okay, could be a gun, could be a machete, could be a sledgehammer. All right, whatever people are going to use in that day, all right, to attack one another. All right, we're going to read the reason why. All right, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, that's uprisings against the government, and invading one another. Okay, so people are going to be kicking folks, doors in. All right, and he talked about that in the video. He talked about, intruders coming into the homes. Okay, and that's what's going to make it, so much hell for a lot of people, because, especially if you're, a single woman out there. All right, you got your own spot. Okay, if you're trying to break in somebody's house to find food, who are you going to go for first? You're going to go into a house with a bunch of men that could be armed, dangerous, or you're going to go into a house with her women and children. Okay, that's what's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. So the Lord is really setting up a lot of these women for the okie doke. Okay, because of the great pride that they've had in this system. All right, but anyways, okay, continuing on, it says, I'm gonna read that again, 2 Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So the kings and princes of today's society is talking about the police chiefs, the mayor, the president. All right, okay, no one's going to listen to their instructions to go back inside. So what's going to happen? They're going to have to call in the National Guard. All right, because the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That means they're going to do what they want to do. Okay, if somebody wants to come up in your house and take what you got, they're going to do it, and no one's going to be there to stop them. He said, even in the video, he said that the police are not going to be assisting anyone, because they're going to be too busy trying to make sure that their own houses are not getting raided, that their own families are not getting plundered. Okay, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, martial law, curfews, National Guard deployed. Okay, everybody go back in your homes. All right, shoot on sight orders. If you see anybody outside past 8 p.m., okay, shoot them on sight. All right, this is what's coming, man. It's in movies. Okay, movies are predictive programming. That is left hand prophecy. Okay, they're telling you what they're going to do, what their plans are to establish this new world order. All right, as a matter of fact, they said that they want to reduce the world population down to 500 million people. That's on something called the Georgia Guidestones, where they talk about how to establish the new world order. So they're going to try to kill as many people as possible. I'm talking about the elites, and they don't have to really do anything. All they got to do is shut down the system and the comforts that Americans are so used to. All right, and that's what an EMP would accomplish. And as the guy said in the video, within 9 months, 90% of the American population would die. Okay, so this thing is deadly serious, man. That's why we need the Lord. Okay, we're coming into those times, man, where once again, there's a lot of people talking their nonsense. Hey, you laugh now because you're gonna be crying later. This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 18. This is the reason why. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And men gonna be freaking out. Okay, they're gonna be crying like little girls in that day. All right, how much more these arrogant, prideful women out here in America, Babylon the Great? They have no clue. So go ahead and enjoy the party while it still lasts. Okay, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So nobody's gonna think to themselves in that day, oh, that's an old person, they're elderly. Okay, they're gonna be kicking that door in, and if anything try to stop them, they're gonna lay it down. Okay, and also, a lot of these women too that are very beautiful, and they're very arrogant because of that beauty. I seen this Instagram post the other day. I posted on my community board. Some woman was talking about, people should just pay me to exist, because she thinks she's nice looking or whatever. All right, that's gonna be a curse in that day. Okay, because ain't gonna be no police, ain't gonna be no firefighters, nobody's there to help you. Okay, and people are gonna be, once again, raiding each other's homes. So they're gonna take food, they're gonna take medicine, whatever kind of supplies they can grab out of your house, they're going to take it, including you. Okay, it tells you that in Isaiah 13th chapter. A lot of these women are going to be getting ravished. Okay, and they're not going to give a damn if your kids are there or if your husband is there. That happened in Haiti not long ago. Okay, there was a video of a guy where he was hiding in the closet, and 15-20 guys came and kicked the door in, and took his woman. Okay, and they were ravishing her, right there on the video, and all he could do was sit there and cry. There's nothing he could do, because if he went out there, they would have killed him. All right, that happened. I think his nephew tried to run, and they killed him. All right, in the video. So, I mean, it's gonna get like this in America. Okay, you saw how people act over just toilet paper. Okay, imagine how people are gonna act when there's no food. You see? All right, it says, I'm gonna read that again. 2 Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, and from the south, and from the east, and from Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. All right, and that's what that is World War III right there. Okay, once again, it's all for the purpose of retribution against the nations for what they've done to Jacob. Okay, continuing on, verse 21, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also in recompense in their bosom. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth, the Edomites. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and it consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. You're going to find out in this day just how much you need the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, and defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for the Most High shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. See that? Okay? And ultimately, okay, the pride of people is what's going to be their downfall. Okay? Because Americans, they ooze pride. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." You see that? All right, I'm gonna get this last one. Okay, we'll get ready to close out. Just something quick. Okay, Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14 through 18. It says, "The great day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly." See, the tough guys, the gangsters, the thugs, okay? The Crips, the Bloods, the biker gangs, even these tough military guys, the Navy SEALs that have seen war and combat, ain't seen nothing like what we're about to experience. Okay, the only ones that are going to be stable in this day are the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, it says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. These are the places of safety. People, think that these are stable places. Okay, the fenced cities, the high towers. Okay, where you have refuge, ain't gonna be no refuge in the day of the Lord. It's nothing gonna be evils and only evils, back to back to back to back to back. Okay, as it says in Amos the 5th chapter. Okay, and it says, verse 17, "And I will bring distress upon men, chaos, okay, mayhem, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land." All right, this is the time we're coming into. So you Jakes, get your mind right, okay? Because once again, as I said before, if you're not on the right side of this movie, all right, you go ahead and laugh now, because you damn sure gonna be crying later. All right, Yahweh Rogers, I was edifying. As always, I'm gonna give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. All right, until next time, Shalom and abide babal.